3 tidbits of information I feel that you would find interesting. First, I'll do the taxpayers get so little. And I'm going to let you listen to a minute of a video. Then I'm also going to give you some amazing inside information about blockchain technology and why it's so important to understand that now is the time to invest in blockchain. I've been pushing it a lot. Here we go. First, I'll start off with this. I love this guy. I like listening to him. I'm going to let you listen to him for just over a minute. And if you're not in the know, this probably will anger you because it's a bunch of malarkey. Remember, you're taxpayers. You are the taxpayers paying other people to have more so you can have less. Keep that in mind.
Now, one thing that came up during the reading of the new stimulus bill was that federal employees that have children out of school could qualify for $1,400 a week stimulus checks to help ease the difficulties of having children out of school. For me, this is a total joke. These politicians figured out a way to give themselves $1,400 a week while giving the American people almost no help for their children that are out of school. So let me ask you, did you get anything for having your children home? I know we didn't. In fact, we chose to pull our children out completely and homeschool them with no government support. It's just crazy how they give so little to the American taxpayer and so much to themselves. Now, inside of this portion, they allow themselves to get $1,400 a week for 15 weeks. When you run the math on that, that means that they could give themselves up to $21,000 of free money. It makes me absolutely sick to think that they appropriate American tax dollars this way to themselves. I don't know if you knew about this. I just saw this, and it has me absolutely disgusted. Now, it looks like the $15 minimum wage section.
That is disgusting. Where do they get off? They are holding back stimulus checks, and less people are receiving that because they lowered the cap. So there are hundreds of thousands of people out there that won't receive that $1,400 that they paid into that's rightfully theirs. Who gives these people the right to do that? What gives them the right to feel that they deserve more and you deserve less? It is truly disgusting. Here's something to inform you about. And I'm really happy that I came across this. This video was uploaded January 23rd, 2020. It's just a little segment about just under a minute, about a minute. And it informs you about blockchain being around since the early 1990s. And this has been in the works for years. And now it can't be suppressed. Am I saying that right? It can't be oppressed. It can't be held down. It can't be kept a secret anymore because it's coming into play with, it's a new asset class of money. It's a new way of moving money around. And just listen to this. You're going to find it very interesting.
So what is a blockchain? We're going to do this in a lot of lectures, but I'm going to try to do it in a short version. So it's time-stamped append logs, meaning you can add a little bit of information to this, and it's time-stamped. So these are these blocks being added. Satoshi did not invent blockchain. It's way earlier. Does anybody want to guess what it was? You're going to have a reading about this later, but early 1990s.
Stuart Hubbard.
What's that? Medors?
Stuart Hubbard.
Stuart Haber. Stuart Haber worked for Bell Labs, right? So one of your assignments, it's not going to be a graded assignment, it's just going to be a fun assignment. Could any of you, I'm going to say by next Thursday, just to have some fun, find the longest, in time-wise, longest running blockchain? It's not Bitcoin.
You can listen to more if you want to. I'll include these links in the description below. That's incredible. Blockchain has been around since the early 90s. And like I said, I have a very small portfolio. You can visit MyIncomeJob.com, go to the sidebar, and click on Inside a Stock Market. I invest in a handful of companies. They're blockchain companies and fintech companies. And it's because I'm an early investor. This is, in my opinion, the entry point before it becomes too expensive to buy hundreds and thousands of shares in these companies. Blockchain, the use of blockchain is inevitable. It's here now, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes. If this started in the early 90s, do you think that it's not going to, do you feel that it's not going to explode? It's proof after proof after proof after proof that blockchain technology is a significant part of the financial system, the new financial system. It's inevitable. It's here. It's got to be used. And it is being used. And more financial institutions and more central banks, and I mean, they're just embracing it. Because that is the future. This is your chance to get in low before it starts rising. It's going to be too late, guys. I'm an early investor, and I started investing in these companies a year ago. And I feel I am a very lucky person, but I did create my own luck. This is a chance of a lifetime. This is a life-changing moment for an average person like myself to become a multimillionaire. And I have many streams of income working in my favor in the background, that the second half of my life, I'll never have to worry again financially. The middle class is being wiped out. You're either going to be poor, a working class person, working, living paycheck to paycheck, or you're going to become independently financially successful. This is your chance. I hope you found the information interesting. It's just 3 tidbits of information that I wanted to share with you about the children with school, about politicians taking care of themselves with the $1,400 stimulus for 50-something weeks. But they don't care if you got it yet. This started last year in March. Ridiculous. And then the blockchain. I came across this morning, and I was like, I got to share that information with my audience. I couldn't believe it. This guy is Gary Gensler, instructor, professor, Gary Gensler. So I'll include the links in the description below if you want to listen to the whole video. But that's a significant part of this video. Do you hear me? Good luck, everyone. I wish you a lot of luck. Visit MyIncomeJob.com and click on the link in the sidebar inside a stock market. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Give yourself more.